Welcome back. Today we're making pumpkin spice bundt cake with cream cheese frosting. This is a really good cake and it feeds a lot of people. It uses a 12-cup bundt pan. So let's start with the ingredients. You're gonna need 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 2 teaspoons pumpkin pie spice, 1 1/2 cup raisins, 1 cup vegetable oil, 4 eggs, 1 cup packed brown sugar, 3/4 cup granulated sugar, and a can of pumpkin puree, not pumpkin spice mix, and 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract. Start by making the batter. Mix the sugars, pumpkin, vanilla, and oil in a stand mixer or in a bowl. Make sure it's well incorporated. Scrape down the sides, of course. And then you're going to add your eggs. Mix those in and scrape the bowl again. Make sure your eggs are room temperature. That's very important, or it will make the batter coagulate. Sift the dry ingredients together. That includes the cinnamon, that includes the pumpkin pie spice, and the salt. And then next, you're going to add the dry ingredients to the pumpkin mixture in the mixer. And it's important not to overmix this. You just want to stir those until they're combined, and then you can scrape the bowl down again. Add the raisins and mix it on slow. I know some of you don't like raisins. It's okay, you can leave those out. You could add chocolate chips instead, or you could add walnuts. After you've added the raisins, remove the bowl from the stand mixer and get ready to bake. Preheat the oven to 350 and grease the bundt pan with Baker's Joy. I've used other sprays, but Baker's Joy does the trick for me. Pour the batter into the pan. Smooth the top with a spatula so that it's even on top. This doesn't have to be perfect because this is going to be the bottom of the cake. And then bake this cake in the oven for 350 degrees, 45 to 50 minutes. After it's done, cool it on the counter for 30 minutes before trying to flip it over. To release the cake from the pan, I usually put a tray or a rack, like in the video, on top, and then I flip it over and let the cake fall. So place the rack on the top, flip it to invert. The cake should release from the pan. I always use Baker's Joy, especially with bundt cakes. It has never let me down. Let the cake cool a little bit before you start to ice it. Cream cheese icing. You're going to start with 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 3/4 cup powdered sugar, and a little cinnamon for sprinkling. I mixed this in the stand mixer in the video. You could do this by hand too. Make sure the cream cheese is room temperature, mix it with the powdered sugar, and then add in the cream. This does make a thick icing, this recipe. If you'd like a lighter glaze, you could add more cream to the mix. Scrape the bowl when you finish mixing, of course. And then what I do is spoon the icing over the cake. This is my least favorite part, so I just spoon it over and let the icing kind of drip down the side. I just make sure that I use all the icing and I cover it like you see. Let gravity do the rest. This is an icing, not a glaze. So the problem with glazes sometimes is they're way too thin. So I like to make it a little bit thick. Here's the final product after I sprinkled it with cinnamon. You could also put some chopped nuts on top. This is great with coffee. I hope y'all are able to make this for Thanksgiving. Feed your family with it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, CookBakeLearn. I'm going to be making a lime bundt cake very soon, so hope to see y'all then.